Hello, welcome back to Tarot by the Book. Right, so a quick recap on yesterday. We know that, well, for me, what came out, obviously, the connections to the I Ching, let me remember, hexagram 63, hexagram 64, and hexagram 48, the well. Right, so I had a couple of downloads on that. We know that for me, I think a significant date that come up from this for me was the 17th of October. So this is an 8-8 doorway. We know that October, obviously, Arc being 8 is the 8th month, but it's being masqueraded as the 10th month. So we know 17 in the tarot is stars. So the 17th of October is an 8-8 basically. This is a cyclical, this is two cycles coming together. I think this is a doorway. Yeah, so I'm putting this down as a star doorway. Right, so before completion and after completion, which is before and after the completion of this unification of this doorway opening and closing. Do you know what I mean? And I'm saying that's on the 17th of October, because it's an 8-8. It is, you can't get away from that. But this plays into, again, expansion in some way. There's a doorway here that leads to expansion. So a quick recap on that. So again, I say read hexagram 63 and 64 and 48. Again, were this well, and lights are wells. The sun and moon are wells because they pour light in on this world. Do you know what I mean? That's what they do. They pour light in on the world to give us some awareness, to bring us into higher light and higher wisdom and higher awareness. So that's just a quick recap on that. I'm gonna do the cards now. So I haven't done the cards, and I tell you what, that lay yesterday, I thought that was a mint lay. In fact, do you know what I mean? I know it was. I know just from where we saw the mathematical pattern that you could see there blatantly, from the way the cards were sat. Really positive, really happy with that. So we're going to pull some more cards today, and then obviously we're going to do our math. We have to leave it a bit, and then we're going to come back to this and see where it's leading us today. But a few other things, like I started doing the tarot when I was doing the tarot in the same way that everyone really does the tarot. Do you know what I mean? It has surprised me because I started doing the tarot in order to actually come away from religion. Do you know what I mean? That's why I started it, because the religion was doing my head in. It was I cannot read these books. I can't read this. It's too complicated for me. Basically, it's too much for me. If you don't know all of the Hebrew, if you don't know all of the Aramaic, if you don't know all of them, those mad languages, the Arabic, see what I mean? Like the books are just too complicated for me. So I went to the tarot really as an alternative, and probably to look for secrets. Do you know what I mean? Because like we want power in it. We wanted like some kind of influence to help us get along in life, have a better life. So I came to the tarot with really that kind of mindset, and I was doing the tarot in the way that everyone does the tarot. But I tell you what, this key that I think is here and links to these books. It's mad how I went away from the religion to go to the tarot, and the tarot has brought me back to the religion. Like, give me a break, man. Like, okay, we're going to take that one. Right, we're going to take that one like that. That's the Four of Swords. So we'll have that as the first card, downside up. Right, so yeah, it's brought me back to the religion, but I think in a better way. I can understand it. I can understand this more now from this inner process. We'll have downside up, Six of Swords. No, upside down, Six of Swords. Oh, we'll have that one. There's 2 there. So we've got the Emperor and we've got the King of Swords. Emperor is that upside down, and then King of Swords, if I go that way, is upside down as well. So we'll have that. So again, this is like, look, this a lot of swords. So is this all mind? A lot of mind today. We've got the Emperor there. Always good to see the Emperor. We've got, I'm going that way because it's come out that way, so I'm going to turn it that way. And that's the Queen of Wands, downside up. So I'm going to put that down. Alright, we'll leave that. It didn't come out clean. I like it when it comes out clean like that, do you know what I mean? So again, what's that? Six of Cups, upside down. So we'll have that. Come on, we'll have that. So we've got the Devil, upside down, downside up. Two there. So we've got Knight of Wands, downside up. So he's going down, no, upside down. And Five of Swords, upside down. So we're putting that down. So we've got our 9 cards. Right. So that's that. We've got, look, we can really see that this lay is dominated by swords. 1, 2, 3, 4 swords cards, 2 major arcana, the Emperor and the Devil, 1 cups, the 6 of Cups, 2 wands, the Queen of Wands and the Knight of Wands. But I am going to link this straight through the middle. We've got the 6 of Swords, the Queen of Wands and the Knight of Wands. And then look, on the 6 of Swords, he's got his wand there, that black pole, yeah, is a wand, yeah. So we've got wand straight down the middle, yeah. So that's spirit straight down the middle. And then we've got all the rest is swords. King of Swords next to the Queen, next to the Queen of Wands. Do you know what I mean? So this is a union. Her spirit, his mind. Do you know what I mean? So his male force mind, her spirit. Her spirit fire. So we're gonna, well, that's a little union there. 6 of Cups. Remember the past. You know what I mean? Remember, this is from the past, present. We're going to the future. Do you know what I mean? So there's something about the past, remembering the past with fondness. Do you know what I mean? Not with the things that have happened in the past that have brought us to where we are today now. Do you know what I mean? So I'm never on for looking back at the past. Yes, bad things have happened, and again, we know in collective history bad things have happened, but we're not gonna forget, but we're not gonna hold to it. Do you know what I mean? Because we want to move forward, and you can't move forward while looking back. Do you know what I mean? So we're gonna make sure we're gonna see what this 6 of Cups links to. Do you know what I mean? We've got the 5 of Swords. Again, I think the 5 of Swords is a good card. These people have walked off. You hold all the swords. So in other words, like, you've got all the sword, you've got all the mind. Like, these are about to walk away from the game. Whether they're sulking, whether you've beat them and they've walked off, it's not exactly, but, well, yeah, okay, that's what it is. We've beat them and they've had to walk off. They've had to come out of this situation. I'm gonna put this, like, this for me is me with this tarot. Do you know what I mean? So any kind of argument about, the tarot's your devil worshipping you are, do you know what I mean? That's not of God. Listen, you're chatting utter pup, do you know what I mean? Because this only leads me back to your book again. These people have got to walk away because we're doing it. I'm showing you the cards, we're doing the numbers, and the numbers link back to the book. Simple. So listen, we've got all the swords, you know what I mean? So that's how I'm taking that. The Knight of Wands, yeah, this is a spiritual battle. This is a mind game. We got the Six of Swords and the man with the pole, yeah. So with the pole, which is a wand. So this is a spiritual, mental game. Do you know what I mean? This is where, and my mental is sailing off. Do you know what I mean? As in, we're following. So this brings us back to following. We're on the waters, so we're on the emotional waters or the waters of the heavens. We're on our arc, so this links back to Jason, you know what I mean? July, August, was it? So July, August, September, October, November. Again, we're in the last half of the year, do you know what I mean? So we're on the Argo, do you know what I mean? I'm constantly on the Argo sailing, but this is a spiritual and a mental union, do you know what I mean? So we're guided by the spirit, and the spirit uses the mind to bring the information down and bring it out. Do you know what I mean? So we're looking at this, the Knight of Wands, yeah, we're fighting with the spirit, do you know what I mean? So Queen of Wands, it's her spirit. She's got a little black cat with her. Again, we link that to instinct, do you know what I mean? To sensual instinct, do you know what I mean? To this kind of feline instinct, do you know what I mean? This isn't a dog. We're not like being aggressive. Cats are more sneaky. Do you know what I mean? So this is using your kind of sensuousness of spirit to work with the mind. Do you know what I mean? We're not looking for conflict in the mind. We're always looking to kind of seduce the mind, whether that's in a good way or a bad way. Again, I'm only doing this by number. Do you know what I mean? And the way I'm reading this now is for my explanation of what I'm seeing in these cards. And this is where I say that I'm not really reading for people. Do you know what I mean? This is for me and where I'm at. Do you know what I mean? So this is why I encourage people to do the tarot. And yes, you can read for people. Yes, you can do that. I can't. I just do it in this way and try to recognize where I'm at. Do you know what I mean? So I can recognize that I'm working with spirit. I can recognize that my mind is united with the spirit, and we're trying to always ground that. We're trying to bring out that knowledge as correctly as we can. Do you know what I mean? So that to me is a very good. That middle column there is really positive. Even down to, we got the Emperor. So we've got the King of Wands, King of Swords on the left. We've got the Emperor on the right. We've got the Queen of Swords, Queen of Wands in the middle. So we've got masculine, feminine, masculine. We're going to check how many males are on here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 male figures on display, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4 female figures on display. So we can say that this lay is more dominated by the male force energy. Do you know what I mean? We've got the Four of Swords at the top in the downside up position. So this saint is at rest. Is at rest, I think. And then he comes down to the King of Swords. The King of Swords is like, we're on top of our game. We're being strong in our male masculine mind. You know what I mean? And he sits over the devil in the downside up position, meaning exactly that. This man now, this king sits over the devil. This devil has no, like, he can't play with the mind the way he used to. Do you know what I mean? So all of his negativity and all of his things of like, this and that, and you're going off on this and that. Listen. The Knight of the Four of Swords is this lower guy that's been raised up. He's been raised up, and who's come down in his place? The King of Swords. Do you know what I mean? So that guy that was always a bit weak and he's out of it. Now the mind is the King of Swords. Do you know what I mean? We know where we're going, or we know what we're doing. We're comfortable in what we're doing. Do you know what I mean? So this is a King of Swords energy, and that's united with her spirit. She knows where I'm going. Mother Earth knows what we're trying to do, because again, I say this is unification. We're only trying to bring a mathematical unification of knowledge of these books that levels the playing field. Now, again, we can go off, and I can go off onto, well, the books have been rewritten and they've been plagiarized and this, that, and the other. And yeah, that is true. But we also know with this system that there has to be truth embedded in it. That they've got to give enough lies, but there's got to be truth within all of the lies. Do you know what I mean? And I'm saying that's correct. That is correct, because how can you know truth if there ain't no lies? Do you know what I mean? In order for us to find a path and even walk that path, you've got to be able to discern that path out of all of the nonsense that's in the world. Do you know what I mean? Of all the lies that we're constantly bombarded with, that are constantly put on us, right? It's as bad as it is. We need all of them lies in order for us to start going, you know what? Some things now, I'm just on it. Listen, you're chatting nonsense straight away. Like if I'm on YouTube, if I'm on, as soon as I hear the first 5 words, you're chatting nonsense, chatting Wessex. Stop. Yeah, this guy's on it. Do you know what I mean? And then you watch it. Yeah, he's on point. Bam, gone. Nonsense. Because this is the discernment. When you get your discernment on point, you don't even need to sit and listen. You just hear it just from the tone and the vibration, or what someone says and the tone. You just know straight away you're chatting nonsense. So we need the lies. It's not. I know it's not healthy, but this path is. You know what I mean? This is a divine path, innit? This is what we're saying. This is a divine path. If it's not that, what's the point? Do you know what I mean? Like, if there's nothing else, like, there's no point. Do you know what I mean? And we know that there is a point, because all of the money in the world don't mean nothing. It's all helpful. It's all good. Yeah, money gets you some nice things and that. But really, we're looking to escape this joint. Do you know what I mean? We're looking to get for the higher reward. And the higher reward, as much as these books may have been messed with, I'm saying, if anything, I would say that I would hope that the I Ching hasn't really been messed with as much, because the Chinese have a beautiful long history, and we know that their kind of knowledge and history is it hasn't been altered. They know their roots. This is why I love China. Do you know what I mean? Because they know their history. Do you know what I mean? Their history is connected. They've got the info from all the way back to all the way till now. They've got it. Do you know what I mean? So I would hope that that's not messed with too much. Only the adjustment to put it into English and then to put it into the world in the West. There might have been a few adjustments, but essentially I'd hope that that knowledge is the same. And again, as we've read and as we've connected these dots, it is on point, even from when it says what time of year it is. The book's on point. Do you know what I mean? So the Quran, we hope again that the Quran hasn't been altered, do you know what I mean, and hasn't been changed so much. And I heard a thing today about the Quran being chronology. Do you know what I mean? About a lady was saying about the Quran being a chronological book, about the astral plane, or the times or something like that on the astral plane. I'm not sure. I don't know. I thought it was about the body, but again, it's still again, that matters not. It's still a book that is held by millions of people to be a divine, beautiful book of understanding. Whether it is that, I'm not sure. I just know there's enough wisdom in it. Do you know what I mean? And we're trying to use that in order to uplift ourselves, to get ourselves in a better condition. Do you know what I mean? So we hope that that's not altered too much. And the Zohar, again, because we're coming from this, I hope from this mathematical pattern, it gives me more of a direct access. We're not having to read a whole of a kind of chapter, which, look, because I even get a headache. Do you know, like if I try and sit down and read some of these like the chapters and that in it, I will get a headache, because it's too much, and there's just too much things that I really do not understand. I can't grasp it. I can't grasp it. Do you know what I mean? But I can find that when I do it like this, and I'm directed to something, then I'm only reading that bit. Do you know what I mean? And I'm like, I can understand that. Do you know what I mean? I can read a few bit and I can understand that. And I don't need to know all of the other language. Then I can get my dictionary out and I can double check, because that's another thing that I like to do. Because we know English is very kind of spurious, you know what I mean? And you have to kind of check the word and look back at the word and find out where that word originally came from, do you know what I mean? And what it really means. Then that gives you more understanding of what it is that you're reading, do you know what I mean? So I'm just trying to put that in there to show that this is not, do you know what I mean? We're not altering anything. We're only trying to follow the numbers. Do you know what I mean? And I think this is one of the last keys, because these numbers are very important. So we've done that. We're going to put our numbers in. And again, I'm going to pause it, and then we're going to come back. So we're just going to do the numbers and see the outcome and see where we're at. So let me just get this now. So four swords, 6 swords, 4 emperor. So 4, 6, 4, nice number pattern there. King, 2 swords, queen, 3 wands, and 6 cups. And then straight away, 2 times 3 equals 6. Do you know what I mean? So 2, 3, 6. 2 times 3 equals 6. So that's a nice little continuity that works, you know what I mean? And then we're going to go 15, devil, knight, 10, wands, and then look at that, 5 swords, and even that one, 5, 10, 15. So even that's a little continuity pattern. 5, 10, 15, 2 times 3 equals 6, and then we've got our 2 4s and a 6. So 2 4s and a 6. So 2 4, 2 4 6, 2 4 6, 2 4s and a 6. You know what I mean? 2 4 6. So there's the 2 4s and a 6. 2 4 6. Do you know what I mean? Like 2. But in Word, do you know what I mean? In Word and in Vision, we've got 2 4s and a 6. Do you know what I mean? So that's 2 4 6 in it. Do you know what I mean? But not in the number pattern of a 2 and a 4 and a 6, but in a word seen as 2 4s and a 6. So it's 2 4 6. Do you know what I mean? So that to me shows, even so now when I look at the lay and I'm looking at these numbers, I'm going, well, again, there is a pattern there. Do you know what I mean? We can see this kind of numerical pattern already in the lay. And that straight away says to me, I'm in the right place. Do you know what I mean? I'm in the right place. And these numbers are in order. Do you know what I mean? There's an order to this number pattern now. 5, 10, 15 by 5. 2, 3, 6. That's by 3s. 2, 4, 6 is by 2s. Do you know what I mean? So we got 2, 3s and 5s. Do you know what I mean? So automatically I feel assured. I feel reassured that, yeah, James, we're not really in the wrong place. We're going to run the numbers and we're going to add it up. But that to me straight away feels correct. Do you know what I mean? I feel very positive with that. So we're going to do 4 plus 6 is 10. 10 plus 4 is 14. So we're going to go 14. It's 5. Reverse. 41. 5. Then we're going to go 6 plus 3 is 9. 9. 10. 11. So we've got our 11. Always with the 11 and 8. And then we're going to put our 8 in. And again, I always love that 11 and 8, because as soon as I see that, this is balance and strength. You know what I mean? Straight away, as soon as I see 11 and 8, I just think balance and strength, strength and cycle and justice, balance. This, do you know what I mean? So, and that's where you always want to be. You always want to be balanced and just, and you always want to be cyclical with that, in your cycle with that. Do you know what I mean? That we're constantly being that way. You know what I mean? So that's positive. And then we've got 15 plus 10, which is 25, plus 5 is 30. So we go 30, which is our 3. And then we'll put 0, 3. So we're going to go 15, 11 plus 5, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So we've got our 19, 10, 1. And then we've got our 8 plus 5 is 13, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we know 100% we're in the right place, because again, I link this 19 as the Quran code, because I'm sure I've seen somewhere that there's a code of the Quran which is the 19 code, and I think that is this 19 code that reverses to 16. This is the tower and the sun. Do you know what I mean? Why? Because the sun has fallen. Do you know what I mean? The sun has fallen, and the moon is like the sun now. Do you know what I mean? For me, because we recognise the moon cycles. Again, 17th of October is full moon, so it's a super moon. So I'll be out on the 17th doing my moon meditation. Do you know what I mean? Because as much as I do my moon meditation, I do my sun meditation, because this is balance. These are both lights. So I like this. And then straight away, we've got our 17 in the middle. And then we can also go equals 7 plus 1 equals 8. So we can see straight away there a combination of 16, 17, 18, 19. This is going to link back to the I Ching and that process of working on what's been spoiled. Approach, enthusiasm, following, work on what has been spoiled. You know what I mean? So that is where we always want to come back to. That's what I'm saying. I always want to come back to that. As we move through a doorway and we go to, and something new comes into our life, or events are playing out in our life, we always want to approach it with enthusiasm. Do you know what I mean? And then we want to follow it, because where our attention flows, that's where all the action goes. Do you know what I mean? So we want to follow it, and then we want to work on whatever's been spoiled with it. You know what I mean? And work with it to make it as beautiful as we can. Do you know what I mean? That's what you do with things, isn't it? So I like that. Right, so we're going to do our down numbers. So we've got 15 plus 4, pardon me, is 19, plus 2, 19, 20, 21. So we've got 21, which is our 3. 12 is our 3. Then we've got 10 plus 6 is 16, plus 3, so 19. So we're going to go with our 19 again. 1. Reverse 16, 7. And then we've got a 4, 5, 6. I didn't even notice that 4, 5, 6 in that row. So we've got 11, 12, 13, 14. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we're going to go 15, which is our 6, reverse 9. So let's see. So we've got 6 plus 3 plus 1 is 10, which is the lower of the 19. Do you know what I mean? So, and which links again back to yesterday. 10, Wheel of Fortune. Well, that Wheel of Fortune is also the sun in it. The sun is the thing that is the cycle that goes around the world, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Okay, forgetting all the globe theory, I'm a flat earther, yeah, so I'm on flat earth principles. The sun goes round in its cycle, do you know what I mean? So the Wheel of Fortune is also a lesser version of the sun, do you know what I mean? So we'll put our 10 in, we can go 10, 1, and then we've got 7 plus 3 is 10, plus 9 is 19. So we've got 19, so we've got 19, 10 again, do you know what I mean? So we go 19, 19, I'm going to go 0, 1, only because I want to put that 1 underneath the 8. So our outcome, we've got 7, 1, 1, 1. So we're going to add this. 1 plus 1 is 2. Plus the 9, 9 plus 0 is our 29. So that's our 11, which we've already got, the 1, 1. So, but we're going to put our 11 in. And then we go 1 plus 1 is 2. 6 plus 9 is 15. Is 15. But we're going to break that down to a 6. 5 plus 1 equals 6. So we've got our 29 and our 26. Right? And then 7 plus 1 is 8. So we've got our 718, our 718 direct. So we know we've done our math. Yeah, we've done our math. There's our 718 directly. And again, we show it must be the I Ching, because the I Ching goes to 718, 718 pages. So we know that we're on this book. We'll see some other links, hopefully, but we know we're on this. And then we're going to go 718. We've got our 17, but we've got an 11. So we've got our 17, but we don't have our 74. So we've got 17, but we've got 1, 1. Or we've got 3 1s. Could this be 773? No, we got 73, but there's no 73 hexagrams. It could be 11. So again, I'm thinking whether to do that here, because we've got 1, 1, 1. So it could be 11. So again, we're going to have a look. We're going to have a look at hexagram 11 and see where that starts. So 10. Let's just check. No, so hexagram 11, ta, piece, is on page 48. And we've got no, and again, another thing that I've just seen there are no 4s in this outcome. So as we look again, there's no number 4 in any of the outcome numbers. So there can't be a 4 in the link. Do you know what I mean? So we're gonna go 7111. So that might be. So we're gonna go 711. Could we go 7? So let's see. That would be 7, 7, 1, and 7, 1, 1, 1. So I might have to come back to this. All right, so 718. We're definitely in the I Ching, right? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Or we can go. Can we go just hexagram 3? Not 2. We'll go hexagram 3. Okay, hexagram 3 is on page 16. That's a 7. So is there a code here? This is what I'm looking for. Is this a code here? So we've got 1, 2, we've got 3 ones there, haven't we? We've got 3 ones, and it's a 718. So we know it's the I Ching. 3 could be 1, 2, 3, but it starts on 16. 1 plus 6 is 7. 7 plus 3 is 10. We know that we've got 10s in the outcome, but not as the last number. Do you know what I mean? And I like to always go with the last numbers. So I'm trying to link this 1, 1, 1. And that could be correct, couldn't it, really? 6 plus 1 is 7. Is 7. And then 3 ones, which could be the 3 individually. And then let's see where it ends. Now, again, it ends on page. So it starts essentially on page 16 and ends essentially on page 19. And 16 and 19 are our dominant numbers for today, really. 16 and 19 is like a mad dominant number today. We've got an overhang of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines. We've got an overhang of 5 lines on page 20. But essentially, come on. Essentially, it ends on page 19. Look, so that's just a matter of space, in it. That's a matter of space. So I'm feeling like this is what it is. I think it's hexagram 3 chun, and this is how I'm going to link it. Difficulty at the beginning. Well, for me, directly is going to be difficulty at the beginning. Well, yeah, we've started this channel. We're trying to do this channel and trying to like show that the tarot is not just throwing cards and going on saying this and that. There are other ways of doing the tarot that do link us back to books. Difficulty at the beginning. This is the beginning. We want more subscribers. I'm going to say that. I need subscribers. Do you know what I mean? Because we want comments, because we want to know, we want opinions. Listen, you're off your head. Do you know what I mean? Listen, you're mad. You need to go back to the drawing board. That's what we want. Do you know what I mean? So I suppose this is for me, the difficulty at the beginning is to be confident enough to continue going, to continue doing, because we feel and know that this is valuable. I think this is one of the keys, you know what I mean? And I think once we have this understanding in our head of being able to kind of, because I think that's, even if I don't go with a 7-1-1, even the 7 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 equals 10. Do you know what I mean? And that 6 plus 1 plus 6 plus 1 equals 7 plus 3 equals 10. And 10 again is the other number outcome that we've got. We've got 10 and 10 and 10. We've got 3 10s. Do you know what I mean? So again, not only 19 and 16 are the key numbers of the lay, because we've got 19 once, twice, 3 times. 3 times. We've got 16 once, twice, twice. Well, 16 reverse is a 19, and this hexagram starts on a 16, and if you reverse that, it ends on a 19. So that's another link. Do you know what I mean? So what else? We've got our 718, which is linking it to the I Ching. That's 100%. This has got 718 pages. So there are a few links there that I'm saying, well, and then, oh my gosh, and I've only just seen that one, look, as the lower outcome number. Look, the lower outcome number, 3, 1, 6. 3, 3, 1, 6. I'm saying that's the right place. I'm saying, come on, like, that is too many links for it not to be correct. There's too many links there. You know what I mean? That's for it not to be correct. And then 7 plus 3 plus 9 is 19. And it ends on 19. It ends on 19. Like, come on, that is just 100% correct. That's 100%. I don't care what anyone says. You cannot tell me that is not the right place. And again, for me, difficulty in the beginning. Yeah, I've started this project, and it's feeling a bit difficult. Well, it's not difficult. It's just trying to do this, innit? Do you know what I mean? We're not used to this. You know what I mean? This for me is very like out of my comfort zone. Like, I'm trying to just flow with it and just trying to just get on it, James, and just say what you got to say. Just say what you got to say. So I'm always watching the time and that. I'm going, yeah, but I'm going to be doing the Reds in and that. Yeah. But like, we're just trying to get the information out there. So I'm going to read this hexagram, do you know what I mean? Because I think that's 100%, I know that I'm in the right place. So we're going to read this, and then I'm going to come back with the explanation. Again, we're going to look at the lay again, but I know this is a beautiful lay. Even look at this, even this diagonal line here. Emperor, Queen of Wands, Devil. Well, yeah, that he said the Emperor now sits over the Devil. He's on the right side. Devil's on the left side. The Queen of Wands in the middle. You know what I mean? So the Spirit is in the middle, and he's on the left. So he's on the right side. Don't forget, we want the masculine principle. You need it for, well, no, you want the masculine principle emperor in the world. Do you know what I mean? So we want to be an emperor in the physicality in it. Do you know what I mean? Not only within, well, within is the King of Swords in it. You want to be a King of Swords within. When you make a decision, that's the decision you've made, and you're prepared to stand on it. You've come to this conclusion. You've said no. You've said you're not doing, and you're the King of Wands. So you're the King of Swords. So I don't say no, and it's all flimsy. You ask me again in 10 seconds, and I'll probably say, yeah, no, you're the King of Swords. When you make a decision, you've made the decision, that's it. So we want to be a King of Swords within, because that's where the devil plays in it. He's whispering, chatting all of his nonsense. You want to go with these things that someone, and well, he comes within and without, because this is the friend that always says, you can't do that. You say you're going to do this. No, you don't want to do that. You don't want to do it. No, you just want to stay. You know what I mean? This is the devil at playing it, do you know what I mean? Constantly. That's people that are always negative talk within, do you know what I mean? That makes you now, before you've even started anything, you've already thought of it, talked yourself out of it, sacked it off, because of this devil whispering in you and chatting loads of nonsense. And then you get that reflection without, then people want to tell you don't do, so then you end up not doing. We're not in that position anymore. The King of Swords is in place. He's been raised up. The little guy, the Knight of Swords, the Four Swords guy, he's raised up. We've really threw him off, haven't we? Do you know what I mean? We've had to get rid of the little guy. Do you know what I mean? We've had to get rid of that little man. In yourself, you've had to say, listen, I am not a little man anymore. Do you know what I mean? I don't wear shorts. I'm not a little kid anymore. Do you know what I mean? So when I make decisions, I'm making the decision and I'm standing by it. I don't care what's in my ear. I don't care who says what outside me. I stand on my decisions. I'm prepared to take the consequences. I'm prepared to take whatever comes from it. So again, this is a thing that I had to go through. Yeah, but because of the indoctrination, oh God, no, I'm going to, oh God, what about the books and this, that, and that? Listen, the big man cannot be concerned about things like that. Do you know what I mean? You've got to get yourself on point. And I'm going to say this blatantly, if I do wrong and I have to go to hell, listen, I'll go. Do you know what I mean? Because I know that I'm only trying to bring out knowledge that's helpful. I'm not trying to mess anyone up. I'm not trying to do anything wrong. And if that is the case, that because I do this, that I have to go to, listen, I'll go. Listen, I will take my marshmallows, mate. That's not an issue. But again, We've had to break the programming of even thinking that there are even places like this is what I mean by obviously the books and that things have been twisted, because we've got to come away from that. This only shows me where I'm at. And yeah, we're being the King of Swords. I'm more the King of Swords now than I've ever been. Do you know what I mean? I'm more the Queen of Wands now than I've ever been, because we're holding to her spirit. Do you know what I mean? All I know is Mother Goddess looks after every being on this planet. I don't care where you're from. It matters not. Do you eat food? From you eat food, and you have to eat food to survive. The goddess looks after you. That's Mother Earth. She looks after all of us. So that's how I see that. She's the spirit that dominates this realm, and she works for all of us, whether you like it or not. Simple. So again, we do no wrong, and we look to the past with fond emotions, with positive emotions, the Six of Cups. Why? Because it's only through all of the events that I've been through that I can now sit here and do this. Because if I hadn't been through any events, I'd just be sorry. And I don't even mean this in a bad way. I don't mean it in a bad way. But I would go onto YouTube and I would just be throwing cards like everybody else. No, this is the alternative to that. This is how you're still doing the tarot, but we're coming from this other aspect of patriarchy. Again, I'm not like, if we look at the patriarchal history and we're saying, yo, these people are crazy. Do you know what I mean? We look at the blood, the slaughtering. And again, I don't even want to go into Enlil, Enki, who's come from where, what beings, this, that, because this is massive. Do you know what I mean? All I'm trying to do is show that, look, through doing the tarot like this, we're getting guided more directly to information that is pertinent to you and where you are now. Do you know what I mean? Yes, and this discernment is kicking in. So my discernment says, yeah, we've looked at all the links with the numbers, and I'm pretty confident that like this is the correct thing to be reading today. Am I going to base my whole life around this? Well, I'm going to base my life on getting good information that's going to help me move forward. Sorry.